Hello Internet, hello Sam, and welcome back to another episode of After Campfire. Sam, we've been late on a bunch of our episodes, so this week I made sure I'd actually be on time. Anyways, let's begin. Let's start off with the good old-fashioned Henry's How to Keep Being an Adult Person and stuff. Yeah. So, I don't think I mentioned this in my last episode, but I've now been at my company for a year. A little bit over a year now, but it's weird. Ooh, I have like glowing magic hands right now. I'm filming during the daytime, which I don't usually do. Weekend powers. Yeah, it's been a year, which is weird and cool, and I am adulting. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, let's go to my question for you last week, Sam, which was, what is a show that you wish would be brought back? And that's kind of a weird question for me to have asked, because my view of most shows are they almost always go on too long and need to be killed. Which is great, because that's your question, Sam, was what's a show that should have been killed earlier, or what's a show that should, or show or movie or anything that should be killed. So, yeah. So, it was kind of a struggle for me to come up with a show that I wanted to get brought up and brought back, but then you kind of reminded me of, oh, I could just choose a bunch of anime that I like and that didn't get brought back for a second season, like No Game No Life, The Devil's a Part-Timer, and Gekko no Shoujo Nozaki-kun, and other shows. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shows that like had a great start, got like really far along, you get really invested in the characters, and then no season 2 ever. And that sucks. Because, again, most American shows, if they're bad, they stop after a season. If they're good, they'll last usually until they're crap. But I did come up with 2 ideas, again, thanks to yours. Well, one of them's thanks to yours, one of them's not. So, you mentioned Eureka 7 and how... I thought it's Eureka 7. Is it supposed to be pronounced Eureka 7? Whatever. Anyways, you mentioned that it did get a spin-off, but the original characters didn't ever get a sequel. And that's something that I've always thought about with Avatar and Korra. If you want to continue on Avatar's, or Aang and Toph and Sokka and Katara, if you want to continue on their story, there's comics for it. I've sort of read one of the like series, like there's The Promise. I don't remember. There's one about finding out the truth about Zuko's mom. I don't remember the other ones. That's the only one I think I've read. And they're cool stories, but also with like a little bit of hinted backstory from Korra. Gen 1 is best gen. Sorry, I was thinking about Pokemon stuff because my other show idea, or that I want to get continued, is Pokemon Origins. So if you don't know, Pokemon the anime has almost nothing to do with Pokemon the games. So a year ago or so, the Pokemon Company made an anime about Pokemon Red. Like the first games about a character named Red. Yes, his name is Red, Japan. And it was only 4 episodes long. They skipped so much, but it was great when it lasted. And I want them to continue it. I want them to go into more detail, and then I want them to do every gen. Because that'd be great. Because that's the story I want to watch, not the actual Pokemon anime now. Because there's just... It's meant for kids, not meant for the people who played the game. So, yeah. The shows that I want brought back is Pokemon Origins and Avatar. Original Avatar, not Korra. Korra. So, let's talk about shows or series or anything that I wish ended or would have ended earlier. The first one off the bat that I was thinking of is Sam, a show that's important to us, Scrubs. The show almost ended like twice, and then they kept going for another season, and then they did end in the sense of most of the main cast left, but then they tried to continue it with new characters that weren't very likable, or were clones of the original ones, except it was a girl. They made... it was bad, and I didn't like it, and no one liked it, and it didn't get picked up for another season. That should never have happened. Do not do that. Spin-offs of shows like that need at least the main characters. One of them. I don't know. And main characters in main roles. I know Zach Braff's character was, JD was there for like every now and then, and Turk was there in a few episodes and stuff like that. But they weren't. Those were the only good parts of the show. I didn't care about the new characters. So yeah, Scrubs. Why do you have to do that? You could have just ended and it would have been good, and then you spoiled it. Speaking of which, Arrested Development. That new season was weird. I didn't like it. Why did you make the Michaels so incompetent? They were supposed to be the good ones. Another show, Naruto. So much filler. Please, just for the love of God, why did you not go on hiatus and then just finish it? If I remember correctly, Naruto is 40% filler. And after they finished the final fight and stuff in the manga, they kept going for another few weeks or months. I don't even know. I couldn't watch it anymore. No. Also, the whole final arc wasn't very good. I don't know why so many long-running manga, anime, whatever, have such bad final arcs. Naruto's final arc was bad. Bleach's final arc was bad. Fairy Tail's final arc is becoming awful. Is it that hard to end well? Also, one more thing. Sam, you already mentioned the Transformers movies. Why are they still making them? I actually just saw a thing about it. They make so much money outside of the country. So, my question to Sam. God. I should have thought of this first. I was too busy thinking about shows that I wanted to be brought back. Oh no. Okay. So, Sam, you read things. Yeah, let's continue with the show theme. What is a book or manga or anything of that nature that you want to be formed into a TV show or movie or animated series? I know not all books are good that way, but some you just really want to see happen. So yeah, what do you want to be made into a visual media video thing? Yeah. Alright. See you later.